Hey. Hey, hi, how are you? Hello. Welcome to the long-awaited... If we talked about this on Twitch like so long ago. The long-awaited Himbo tier list. The Timbo tier list. How is everyone? Hello. Welcome. How is it going? There is a slight delay, which is annoying for chat and stuff, but just know that I am here. Apparently you guys are getting ads before live streams now, which is a thing, a choice that they're making. Hello. So before we start, we just gotta dive right into this, by the way. Before we start, so I put together my own list because I felt like a lot of himbo lists don't have himbos that I know, right? So I made my own. But even that, there's not many. And I was trying to think of himbos from books, and there's like 3 on there. So I do want to show you guys what I have, and then you tell me. Also, do you like my zit patch? I started getting a zit on the middle of my cheek, which is like very weird. I don't usually get them there. And I was like, hello? What is happening? So let me show you what we're working with here. Okay? Shall we? So this is what we got. I also want to see what you're seeing. So, okay, cool. I feel like I'm a hacker with like all my stuff going on right now. I also don't know how big this is going to be for you. This is who I have. Actually, no. I need to reset this because I added some. There we go. This is who I have. I don't know if we can zoom in so that you guys can see better. But I will tell you who I have. I have Kronk. Obviously. I do. Okay, wait. Let me first show you my tiers. So S tier is basically God tier, right? And then I have good, and then I have not for me. I didn't do like great and stuff because there's not that much differentiation between himbos. So God tier, good, not for me. Then I have broken it into like, so the 3 quadrants of a himbo are you got to be kind of dumb, but not necessarily like stupid in everything. If they are smart in something, it's usually on like one niche thing, but they gotta be like a little bit dumb. So like some of these potential himbos, not dumb enough. Some maybe aren't hunky enough. I don't know. I feel like all these might be pretty hunky, but not hunky enough. They gotta be piece of man meat, right? And then doesn't drink enough, respects women juice, which I think is an important thing. So the perfect himbo is like kind of dumb, pretty hot, drinks the respects women juice. Okay? So that is what we have to work with. All right? So, yeah, can't really see. That's okay. I will tell you. It will be bigger. Guys are like, it will be bigger, but I need to add to this potentially, so you guys tell me if there's anyone I've forgotten. So, presentation mode. Yeah, this is about as big as it gets. Can I make it bigger from here? I don't think that I can. No. This is as big as it gets. Steed. Sidon, why does this fish follow me? Okay, so here's who I have, and here's who I might add. I see your potential requests, and I will let you know. Kronk is number 1 on here. All right, Kronk is first on the list. Down here, that's Kronk right there. We have Han Solo. Again, I have thoughts about where people will go. We have Tormund from Game of Thrones. This is all people that I've seen. So I can't go with things that I don't know. We have Flynn Rider from Rapunzel. The only non-man on here is Gideon from Gideon the Ninth. Not sure they potentially fit. We'll see. Matthias from Shadow and Bone series, not even Shadow and Bone. He was originally in Six of Crows. Poe Dameron. Okay. George of the Jungle. You can tell by how I'm saying some of these probably were the undep. Steve Harrington from Stranger Things. Joey from Friends. Mr. Bingley from Pride and Prejudice. Sam from Stardew Valley. Sidon from Breath of the Wild. Alistair from Dragon Age Origins. James Vega from Mass Effect. Also voiced by the same person, Iron Bull from Dragon Age. Zagreus, we have a couple Hades on here. Zagreus from Hades, Poseidon from Hades, Dionysus from Hades. Tragically, his picture was covered by a little link thing, but he is on there. And Johnny Bravo. That's who I have. So a couple of you made some potentials. Stede Bonnet. I've only watched a few episodes, so I don't know if I know enough about Stede to put him on here. Bolin, I have never watched. I've never watched Legend of Korra. I haven't even finished all of Avatar: The Last Airbender, so don't know enough. Sorry. No man from Dragon Age 2. Yeah, there's no one from Dragon Age 2 because no one is stupid enough, I feel like, from Dragon Age 2. So yeah, I was trying to think of, I feel like I have a lot of video games on here, honestly, but I was trying to think of more. So yeah, are there any people that you feel like I know about that aren't on here? So I didn't put Cassian on here, one, because I don't know a ton about him, but two, I would say he's actually not a himbo, because he reads war strategy books. I could put him on here and then say not dumb enough, but I also haven't read those books anytime recently. I can put him on here though. Let's just do a little, again, I have multiple things. Cassian, Akatar, who's the... But you're already going to know what I'm going to say, but in case anyone else pops in here. I've also been having quite the time with finding pictures to save, because everything on Google keeps saving as like a web page. It's super annoying. Okay, so we're going to do that, and we're going to do... But at least I do semi-know Cassian, so we will add Cassian. That, and submit. Yes. And then reload here. Yes. Okay. Any other contenders that I have left out? How is Thor not on here? Thor was on my original list. I am so sorry. Okay, Thor's like who I talked about in like one of my original videos. Let's do Thor Ragnarok Thor because he's my favorite. Do a little of that. Do a little bit of that. And yeah, how dare I? And I could also add that other guy from Guardians of the Galaxy, not Chris Pratt, but the other one, who I'm not a big fan of, but you know what? We will add. Submit, and what's his name? Drac? Drac? Drax. Why can I not spell? Guardians, Drax. Guardians of the Galaxy. We'll do a little of this. He has some of the ingredients, but not all, I would say. Okay. So we added Thor. We added Drax. Cool. Let's see. Let me see. Cassie Smart. Julie. I did not watch Julie and the Phantoms. Some say Din Djarin is a himbo. Because doesn't know he's in Star Wars. Yeah, but exactly. Like, he's not dumb. Yeah. Lord of Scoundrels. No. I never really watched Scooby-Doo, so I don't want to have opinions on Fred. Is Rick stupid? Xander. I did want to add a Buffy. Let's do Rick. I don't know if Rick is dumb enough. But again, that is a thing. Rick, Mummy. I mean, we already have another Brendan Fraser on here. Is he dumb? I don't know. I also haven't watched The Mummy in a hot minute. Okay, so we have him. Man, Xander. Okay, I know where Xander's gonna go. What other Buffy himbos would there be besides Xander? Would you call Riley a himbo? Kind of. Let's put Xander and Riley both on there. Xander, Buffy. We're just fleshing out the himbo list. Oh, Xander. Okay. Joss Whedon self-insert. And then Riley, Buffy. Riley's cute, but a problem. Okay, who else did you guys say? Deadly Education. Yeah, what was that guy's name? The rock guy from Thor. Superman? I don't know if I call Superman a himbo. I don't know if I would. Prince Charming. I don't know if I know enough. Oh, Ice Planet. Duncan, Idaho. I don't know enough about Duncan either. I already put him on there. I'm not saying that just because they're on there doesn't mean they're getting a ranking that's good, right? My Google has been crashing like a hell of a lot lately. Okay. So let's edit. Yeah, my Google on my, or like Google Chrome basically, on my laptop has been crashing so often lately. Okay, so who did we last add? Okay, Drax. Xander, Riley. Submit. And I don't think Spike is dumb enough. I didn't watch The Good Place. So yeah, but he was recommended on a lot of lists. I would say Angel is more a himbo than Spike. Someone for Overwatch. The way you said Chris Pratt. That's what I call him. I hate him. I was going back and forth on Disney's Hercules. I think he should be on here. I didn't watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine because I don't watch Propaganda. I know, I'm sorry. Hercules, Disney. We can add him. I mean, I feel like he is kind of like archetypal, right? Like, I think that's fair. We can add him. Himbos and media. We're adding a lot. This is good. I felt like I didn't have enough at first. Okay. Are there any other book ones? I just feel weird that there's not enough book ones. I didn't watch Battlestar Galactica. I haven't watched like anything. I'm so sorry. You gotta give me like pop culture modern references. I didn't watch Ted Lasso. I don't watch a lot of TV. You guys can't be giving me TV because I don't watch a lot of TV. The TV I've watched is like Buffy, Dawson's Creek. Is there anyone from Arcane? What? Joey's on there. Joey's on there already. Joey was on there before I signed on. What's that guy's name from Arcane? He's so stupid, but he's kind of smart. Like, I don't know if he'll end up in like the actual thing, but he's also stupid. The stupid tall one. Yes, I think it's Jace. I think it's Jace. Jace Arcane. I think his name is Jace. Oh, it's with the Y. I wasn't spelling it correctly. Again, he's not like totally stupid. But we're putting people on here who are even himbo adjacent, right? That I at least know. Oh, he looks cute in this picture. Good for him. I don't know if there's anyone else that's like dumb and Arcane. Oh, you could make an argument for Vi. Let's Let's put Vi on here. Hey, girlfriend. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That's smart. Okay. If you guys are yelling at me in the chat, I can't see you. Just know that. When I'm doing this, I can't see you. Did we already? Okay. I'm trying to see which ones I've added. Jason by. Submit. And add. We're doing good. We added like a whole other row. It's exciting. Yeah, would I consider Pacey a himbo? Kind of. Kind of. I didn't really watch Scooby-Doo enough to have an opinion on Fred. I mean, yeah, I just don't really have an opinion on him. I know Fred fits, I just don't have an opinion. Should I add Pacey? Is Pacey a himbo? I kind of feel like he is. Okay, we're adding him. Pacey Witter. Kind of. And then I was like, anybody on Grey's Anatomy? But I'm like, they're all doctors. Like, I could add Mark, but he's gonna be not dumb enough. He's a fucking doctor. You know? You hear that little capture noise that it makes every time I do this? Okay. Pacey Witter, love of my life. Okay, do we have any other book ones? Christopher, probably. I don't feel like I think about him enough. Okay. I feel like this is like a pretty decent list, right? I know I was gonna put Az from Good Omens on there, but like technically he's smart. So again, like, and I know I feel like there's this like overlap between like Golden Retriever energy and Himbo. Yeah, and I've only read one Stormlight Archive book, so that's tough. Because I feel like there's more Himbos in there. I was looking at my shelves and I was like, I don't really know. I don't think there's a lot of them. You know? Are the two guys from Iron Widow dumb? These are the ones that I know the most about, I would say. I feel like we're getting down to like scraping the bottom of the barrel, you know? Because like some of these characters I don't know enough, and I just feel like they aren't really dumb if they're like running mechs. Which again, I know that like I could put them in the not dumb enough, but like then I'm just adding them to put them in the not dumb enough, you know? I think this is it. How do you guys feel? Are there any obvious? No, I mean, these are the people I know. I looked up a lot of lists, and usually it's the same people on all the lists. I almost did put Jason on there. Jason is kind of stupid. Let's put Jason on there. I know. I wasn't sure if I was going to put Jason. Jason True Blood. He is on a lot of lists. So look at this big dumb idiot. Okay. He's like one of the only dumb people on that show, honestly. I did. Jason. Okay. Oh, Alexi, whatever. I was gonna add Gaskier. He's so hot and so dumb. It's true. Okay, should I add guest gear? I was gonna do that. And then Alexi is like, I forget, okay. Alexi, Black Widow. So stupid. Okay. Yeah, like the Red Guardian or whatever his superhero name is. And what did I just say? Guest gear. I don't know, because I feel like guest gear and then Dandelion in the game are like very different. You know? Those were different personalities. So I'm gonna add both actually, because I just feel like they're serving different functions. So let's do that. Okay, we're really almost done adding, because this is plenty, right? Did I already add Jason? Yeah. Doop and doop. There we go. Wish I had more book ones. Umbaku! Oh my god! Oh my god! How did I forget? Oh my god! I just literally watched that fucking movie. I just watched Wakanda Forever. Oh my god. Okay. Well, you know where he's going. Just from my reaction. Oh my god. Love of my fucking life. Okay. Love it so much. Okay. Sorry, I like just watched the movie like 2 days ago. He's so stupid. But also like not, but also yes. What a king. Okay. What do we think? What do we think? Are there Discord noises playing? Orion Lake. Oh, right. Someone said that earlier. That's the character's name. I forgot the name. I think you're hearing me screenshotting. I don't think it's actually Discord noises. I don't think I have Discord open on this. Well, I don't know what he looks in fan art. Is this him? Okay, this might be him. What is happening? Okay, sorry. I just have never seen fan art of him in my life before, so. Let's do that. Khal Drogo. Yeah, Wakanda Forever's been out. So good. Hear me out, Buffy. I wouldn't call Buffy a himbo. Love her, though. Are there any of the other Slayers that would be himbo-y? I don't know. Okay. Do we want to say Khal Drogo? Kind of. I really just want to put Jason Momoa on there. Is there anyone else from Game of Thrones that I'm, like, not including? I feel like there should be more, but there's probably not, because most people on that show inherently have to be smart. I knew you were going to say that. I would say Jon Snow, but like, I'll put Jon Snow on there because I want to make a commentary on it. Jon Snow. This is way more than I thought I was gonna have. Okay. Is that it? I feel like that should be it, right? I think that's it. That's a lot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Mr. Clean. Oh my God. Is there anyone else that's like glaringly obvious? I haven't watched Knives Out, but I want to. Or like Glass Onion. I didn't watch Merlin. I've watched so few things, guys. Is there anybody else? There's really like no one in the Vampire Diaries. Okay, I don't care enough to add anyone else. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're doing this. This is the list. Okay. So obviously some of these are going to be like automatically higher than others because I thought of them. So inevitably they're going to be high, right? I was going to put Harwin Strong on here. Did I not? No, I must not have. But yeah. I did play Crisis Core, and I know who you're talking about. It's too late. We've already started. Oh, Zach. No, it'd be Zach over Cloud. Fuck. Okay, let me just add Zach real quick. Zach, Crisis Core, because that's a good one. And I am a Final Fantasy fan. And then we're done. No, I mean, okay, Harwin. Let's do Harwin real quick. Okay. Harwin Strong. He's so hot. Okay. I love him so much. Okay. You have to clear all this off of my desktop now that I added all of these people's pictures to my computer. Okay. We did it. Never done. Everything himbo more. Yeah, Zach. I mean, Link doesn't talk, so we don't know enough about Link to like be on there. I'm starting now. Okay, first is Kronk. Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. Obviously God tier. He could be nowhere else. I want to make this bigger for you guys, but I don't think that I can. He goes here. Obviously. He is the quintessential. He is who I think of when I think of a himbo. This is who I use. If someone doesn't know what a himbo is, I'm like Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. Like, absolutely. Han Solo. Potentially controversial opinion. I haven't watched the Han Solo movie. This is just going off of the original series. I would say, and we didn't get enough women to necessarily know this, but this is a vibe that I get. I don't think that he drinks enough respects women juice. I think that he gets to the point where he respects Leia. He drinks the respects Leia juice. But I don't think, I feel as though that's where I sit. Criteria for being God tier, I said it earlier, but it's, you have to be hunky, dumb, but not necessarily like so stupid. Maybe you have like one niche thing, like Kronk can cook, you know? Perfect. And then you have to drink the respect women juice. So like, yeah, Kronk is the blueprint. Like if you, like, we're comparing everyone against Kronk at this point, you know? So yeah, Han Solo doesn't drink the respect women juice enough. Tormund, personally, I would say not quite hunky enough. You know? Like, if you put Tormund's personality in, like, a Jamie, yes. You know? But I would say Tormund doesn't he's not hunky enough. And I would also, I don't know where he sits on the respects women juice. You know? So that's where I sit. You guys are still talking about Han Solo, I think because this is delayed. I don't know why. The YouTube streaming is like slightly delayed when I run it through the software. So yeah, Tormund sits here. Flynn. I would say Flynn is good. Flynn is good. Because I think some of his not respecting women pre-movie potential tendencies were a cover-up. Like, who he is as Eugene, right, is himbo-y. So I think he's hunky. I think he's a little stupid because the horse was the brains of that operation 100%. And I do think he drinks the respects women juice. You know? So that's what I think. That's what I think. Gideon, I think... I'm really torn about Gideon because... You know, I think Gideon has to go in good because part of me was like, well, maybe they're not stupid enough. No, they kind of, like, in book 1, they're kind of like walking around just being an awkward, dumb flirt, you know? So, I was going to put Kristoff on here, but I was like, I didn't want to do too many Disney because a lot of the Disney are kind of like very samey. And I don't care about Frozen so much as like a franchise. I've watched it, but I don't really care. We're going to put Gideon in good. I could make an argument for not dumb enough though. But I do think like in book 1, which is kind of how I'm ranking Gideon, she is just bumbling around. But like, still a gifted swordsman, swordswoman, swordsperson. So that's their like one niche thing. Yes, flirt now, think later, which I think is a very himbo attitude. So yeah, I think that's where we're going to sit. Matthias doesn't drink enough respects women juice. Matthias drinks the respects Nina juice. But I think Matthias has too long of a history of like witch hunting. I also think Matthias probably isn't, like, super dumb. Matthias is hard because Matthias is brainwashed. So, like, that's tough. But yeah, I don't think Matthias quite fits because he, you know, doesn't drink the respects women juice enough. Poe, not dumb enough. I think Poe's actually really smart. You could also make an argument for not hunky enough. I think Oscar Isaac is a stud muffin. However, when I think of a like himbo, I think of like a just beefy dude, right? Not quite him. That's not necessarily the gold standard, but yeah, I would say Poe, because he's such a skilled like pilot, military person, rebel leader. He's not dumb enough. Very hot though. Very hot and drinks the respect women juice. You know, George of the Jungle. God tier. I mean, I would say just like Brendan Fraser. God tier. You know? George of the Jungle is such a good movie. He's so stupid. And he's so pretty. And he's so respectful. It's just perfect. Gotta go. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, George goes in the God tier, 100%. I also wish Geralt was a himbo, but he's too grumpy. Steve, so I've only watched 2 seasons of Stranger Things. Here's the problem. So I'm going off of seasons 1 and 2, Steve. If Steve has changed a lot, I'm sorry. I have to go off of the first 2 seasons, which is only the way that I can rate him. I would say Steve is pretty good, could be great. Steve has a chance to progress. Steve has nice little mom energy. George is a female gaze. Of course George is god tier. Oh my god. For a himbo? Oh my god. He's amazing. Steve, yeah, not quite god tier, but especially in like season 2. Steve peaks at himbo in 3, really? I need to watch 3. I'm just incredibly behind. Joey. I love Joey, but I feel like Joey goes somewhere between doesn't drink enough for Spexelman juice, but I think he does. I just feel like some episodes he doesn't, right? And like some episodes he does. What do we think? What's the consensus on Joey from Friends? He's definitely dumb enough, and he's definitely hunky enough. He would either go in good for me, because I just don't quite feel like he's god tier, or doesn't drink enough respects women juice. I would say objectifies women too much, right? Like, he respects the women in the friend group, but it's a little bit, and part of that is like, you know, dated 90s stuff. So, Bingley. This is Bingley particularly from, I would say Bingley's not hunky enough. I think Bingley is so pretty, right? He's so pretty. But he's not a stud muffin, right? But he fits everywhere else. And like, I think for his time, he is good. But we're rating him by current times, right? For his time, stud muffin. Right? They weren't lifting weights back then. They weren't drinking protein shakes. But like, against everyone else and people from the future even, I think he has to be a not hunky enough. But he is so dumb. And he respects women so much. He's so sweet. We have Sam from Stardew Valley. Sam does fit. Sam is just not for me because he's a man baby. But I think he does fit. I don't know. You could also maybe make an argument for not hunky enough, but I also think he's a child. Like, he's like, what, like 18 or something? So doesn't quite fit. I would have put Alex on here, but I also hate Alex. So Alex might fit slightly better, but Alex also doesn't drink the respects women juice. So that's kind of where we sit with that. Sidon from Zelda, also not for me. But does he fit? Like, for the character archetypes, does he fit? Yes. Okay. Like, to his people, I forget what they're called. You guys will probably tell me in the comments. He's a little bit dumb. He's hunky. And I think he drinks the respects women juice. I don't know. I don't know if we talked to him enough for that. But he's just not for me, you know? So that's where we sit. Alistair from Dragon Age Origins. I've not finished Dragon Age Origins. I was just thinking about this the other day. I was playing Dragon Age Origins on my PS3 before I got rid of it, and then it kept crashing, so I never finished it. And I was in the goddamn Deep Roads. Zora, thank you. I was in the goddamn Deep Roads forever, and I had like just beaten the Broodmother, so I was like really almost done. I had done every other mission besides the Deep Roads, and then whatever like the final battle is and the Flemeth stuff. And I didn't like it enough to like go back and necessarily replay it now because I probably could get it on PC. So I'm not sure I know enough about Alistair, but I think I'm going to put him in solidly good because I think he does some dumb shit. I don't think he's dumb overall because I think Grey Wardens kind of have to be smart a little bit. Debatable, but a little bit. He's definitely hunky, and I do think he drinks the respects women juice. Deep Roads is the worst part of the game. Although he also needs to drink the respects women juice. Really? I thought that he was fine. Again, I don't know. I don't feel like I talked to him enough. The game is also terrifying. You know? It's scary. Like, the mage questline is really scary. And the Alistair, like, wherever his home is like, really scary. He is? Oh my god. Okay, in that case, removing him. I like was so not paying attention to that game like at all because I wasn't enjoying it. So yeah. He's kind of cute though. But I think the upgraded version of him is Cullen, but Cullen's not stupid, so I didn't even put him on here. I mean, I could have been like not dumb enough, but I just didn't put him on here. Okay, so he goes kind of between, depending on how you look at him, he goes between these two. I feel like he could be good. I don't have enough of an opinion. James Vega from Mass Effect, I would say not for me. I think he probably does pretty much fit. Like, he seems like he's nice to everybody. Like, he's fine. So yeah, he's just not my type. But yeah. Iron Bull kind of goes between good and not for me. I think he's good. He's almost God tier. You could also make an argument for not dumb enough. But he acts kind of dumb. So like, where like Poe doesn't really act dumb, like Iron Bull kind of acts dumb, which is also like, it's sort of part of the facade, right? Kunari are just kind of like this. But yeah, he's obviously like a really talented spy, so you could definitely make an argument for not dumb enough. But I'm going to put him in good based on vibes and personality purely. Where Poe's vibes are not himbo-y enough, in my opinion. Zagreus. We're getting into Hades characters. Oh, Zagreus. I think... Oh, man. Good or God tier? I don't know if Zagreus can quite compete with George of the Jungle and Kronk. So... I think we're going to put Zagreus in good, because he's not quite... He's not quite there. You know? He could be. He could be. But not quite. Because this is the problem. Is the himbo golden retriever energy overlap? Oh, is he kind of God tier? He just, to me, there's something holding him back from being God tier. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because he still has, like, I think this is what it is. Zagreus is technically like a kid, right? I mean, he's not, he's a god, but like he has that sort of like teenager, angsty teen energy, and angsty teens can't be god tier himbos. They just can't. They're just not allowed. But he's real good, but he's not quite there yet. He has to mature into his himbo-ness. Okay? Poseidon doesn't drink the respect summon juice enough. We don't hear him say a ton in the Hades game, but just knowing Poseidon as Poseidon. He's very close, though. Like, he's so dumb, and he's very hunky, and he's more bro-y in-game. But I just can't with my whole heart put him up in, like, good or God tier. He'd be in God tier if he respected women. But you don't get enough language in there for you to really know... you know, where he sits as a Hades character, not as, like, the actual god. So, but Dionysus, I think Dio goes in god tier. I do. One, he is a god, so that helps. Two, he just wants to party, man, and have his thighs out. And that is himbo energy, number one. He's hunky, has his thick thighs out all the time. And just vibing, you know? So I would say he's in God tier. Dio definitely resides in God tier. Johnny Bravo doesn't drink the respect summon juice enough. From what I remember. I haven't watched Johnny Bravo recently, but from what I remember, objectifies women, so that's where he's sitting. Cassian from Akatar, not dumb enough. I said this when I was adding him, but now I will go into that. Dude's a war general. I haven't read like the most recent two books. Did you just make yourself a Betty's? So nice. I haven't read the most recent 2 books, so I can't speak to that. But he, like, part of his character is, like, reading strategy books, and he's a general, and, like, all of that stuff. So, yeah. Dio and Aphrodite get together in Myth. I don't think Dio and Aphrodite do. I know Ares and Aphrodite do, but Ares in Hades is not a himbo, I would say. He's very driven. But, Emmett. Shit. I have to add Emmett. I didn't even think of Twilight. How could I? So stupid. I don't frequently think of Twilight, and that is why I didn't for this case. So, is it going to let me do this without fucking it up? Is it going to reset it? Oh my god, hold on. Because I'm going to have to reset. It's okay. I know where everyone goes if it makes me redo it. Let's see. Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay, good. We just got to add. Awesome. Perfect. Real eye, realize real thighs. Okay. Where did I just go? Cassian. Okay. Thor. God tier. Oh my god. Amazing. The best. Perfect. Especially, like, it really nailed it with that scene in, what is it? Infinity War? No, it's not Infinity War. It's, the final one. Endgame. When Brie Larson's character, like Captain Marvel, is there, and he's like, I like this one. Like, that's a thing. Is Clark kind of himbo? I don't know enough about Superman lore to, like, make an argument about that. But Thor's top tier. Drax does not drink the Respect Woman juice. Also not for me. His character annoys me, like, the most, and I do want him to, in fact, die in the movies. Like, I'm so sick of him. I do not like the comedy they use for him, like, at all. So, yeah, doesn't drink the Respect Woman juice. No. Rick... Is Rick dumb enough? I'm going to put him in good. He doesn't quite feel God to me. I'm also comparing him against George. Not that that's fair, because it's just the same actor playing both characters. But George is so God tier. I don't feel like Rick is, like, quite dumb enough. You know? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. I feel like he's kind of smart, right? Let's put him in not dumb enough. I feel like he's kind of smart. Xander does not drink the Respect Woman juice. Does not drink the Respect Woman juice. Also not hunky enough. He is stupid. He's not hunky enough, and he doesn't drink the Respect Woman juice. But primarily this. Riley... Honestly, this is my opinion, I'm putting Riley in good. Because there's some Respect Woman things going on, but I also think that's, again, like, of the times, and fucking Joss Whedon's writing. But I think he has to respect women at, like, he does, because his, like, leader in the military is a woman, Buffy's a woman, and, like, there's things there. Like, I think that's fine. He's, yes, military smart, but he's stupid. And he is hunky. The actor and everything, hunky dude. Yeah. Yeah, I think that that's a solid choice. Hercules, again, kid. So I'm putting him in not for me. Is Hercules as... You know when your animals just do something so loud? Tatas, is it your ears itching? I don't even know if you guys can see her in the mirror. She was definitely... camera. Itchy ears. Yeah, it's tough. Hercules is going a not for me, even though he is hunky enough, and he's stupid, and he's naive, and also respects women. But he's supposed to be like 18. You know? So. Jace from Arcane. Not dumb enough. Sadly. That's Matthias. He's already on here. Matthias is down here. The guy from Shadow and Bone that's with Nina. He's down here. Jace, not dumb enough. He is dumb in other ways, but he technically is like a scientist. So sadly, scientist / engineer. Even though my sweet angel Victor is like really the brains behind the operation, but Jace is still not stupid. So unfortunately, he can't go there. Vi, I'm gonna say good. Vi is almost going in the not dumb enough, but Vi is very much punch first, think later, running head first into everything. Big himbo energy coming from Vi. Not quite God tier, because again, I think she's like a little bit smart enough. But close. I think if Vi takes a few more knocks to the head, she could really go up into God tier, honestly. Pacey? Here's the thing. Oh my god, I can't decide with Pacey. So Pacey definitely drinks the Respect Women juice, especially later seasons. Like season 1 and 2, not so much, but he goes through a huge character development thing. I would almost argue Pacey's not hunky enough because he's supposed to be just like a normal teen boy. So I might stick him there. Pacey's more golden retriever energy. I also think he's not as stupid as he thinks he is, right? But he does have more like blue collar street smarts than like, you know, these dudes that are like scientists and shit, you know. But I think the thing that might hold him back a little is not being a beefcake, you know. Jason from True Blood, I don't think he drank the respects women juice. From what I remember, he was a little bit better, I think, in the show than the books. Most of these guys are getting eliminated from not drinking their Respects Women juice enough, honestly. But he's more so like womanizer status. So that's why he goes here. So stupid, though. So dumb. So dumb, so pretty. We love that. Alexi also doesn't drink the Respects Women juice. I love this character. He's so stupid. And I would argue that he is hunky in his way, right? The dad bod way. But he doesn't respect women, like at all. So that's where he has to go. Gaskier from Witcher show. I would say not hunky enough. Not beefcakey enough. For the world, maybe. But you can't put that man next to hunky beefcake Geralt and think that he's hunky. Like, he just... No. Not in comparison. Like, he's just... This is, again, golden retriever. Like, a lot of the ones in not hunky enough are golden retriever energy. Or even not dumb enough. Like, this category is all your golden retriever energy, but you're not a himbo. But there's overlap there. Right? So... Yeah, that's where I sit with Gaskier. Dandelion from the game / book, which I haven't read the book. My interpretation of this dude was doesn't drink the Respects Women juice. This is like a serious womanizer. Also not hunky enough, I would say. Stupid. But yeah, like he's down here. Yeah. M'Baku. God dear. Oh my god, love of my life. I saw him on screen in Wakanda Forever. I mean, in the first movie too, but I just saw Wakanda Forever, and I was like, my husband. He's so dumb, but also not, but also yes. Just to meet, just so not bite him. He's so hot, and I would say he respects women. Like, there are times at the beginning of the first one that you're like, maybe he doesn't. No, I think he does. Like, especially the conversations he has with Shiri in the second movie. If you guys remember when the first movie came out, when Wakanda Forever came out, or not Wakanda Forever, the first Black Panther. Kingsley, who was a like YouTube personality, I don't think he makes content anymore, but Kingsley made like a Vine or some short video. I think maybe it was just on Twitter. And he was like, you guys are not going to be thirsting over Chadwick and whatever the other guy's name is, like Killmonger. And when Thick Daddy M'Baku is right there, he's like, can I get you some warm socks? He's like, the whole thing, I had it memorized for a while. He was like, when I saw him sitting there in the mountains, anything you want, I will provide it. Like, it's such a good video. If you guys haven't seen, look up Kingsley M'Baku video. I'm sure it's on YouTube. It's so fucking funny. He's amazing. I want to kiss his face constantly. Orion from Deadly Education. I've only read the first book so far. Michael B. Jordan, thank you. I've only read the first book so far. I think, again, he's a teenager. A lot of the teens are going in not for me, besides James. James is just not for me because he's like too jacked. But I think for a teen, he's probably hunky enough. I think he can be a little dumb because he's just kind of getting through on power a little bit. I think he drinks the Respects Women juice. But I just think he's not for me, right? I wish I remembered who said it, but M'Baku, more like, blow my back out. He's so, like he's so good, right? The meat on that man, like it's just, his character in Us is Himbo Dilf too, really? Maybe that's just his personality. I'm in love with him. Yeah, we're gonna put him in the these are the teen himbos again, besides James, but like they can't be thirsting over a teenager. Khal Drogo doesn't drink the Respects Women juice. He eventually does a little more. Like he respects Dany, but like again, comes from a culture where he, doesn't really do that. So I would say he has to sit here. Although Jason Momoa, like as a person from what I see, would probably be in like good or god tier. Like he kind of fits that. But yeah, this is where he is. Jon Snow, I would say Jon Snow's not hunky enough. I would also argue he's not quite dumb enough. I think Jon Snow in the books, from what I've heard people say, is less kind of stupid than he is in the show. But he also is like, again, he's a commander of the Night's Watch. Like, he's not super dumb. And I do think he respects women. He's just like naive about women. But I would argue not hunky. I think people love him because they love Kit, the actor. But I wouldn't call the actor a hunk. Again, a lot of these guys on here are short. I don't know if you can be a short himbo. You can be a short king. But I think like Pacey Witter's actor is like 5'10". I think I know Kit Harington is like 5'7", 5'8". Tormund's short. Like a lot of these dudes are shorter. I mean, Poe's short too. Zach from Crisis Core. He's a commander because nepotism. Fair. Man, Zach's between good and God. I think he might need to go on God. If you guys haven't played this game, this is the like prequel to Final Fantasy VII. This dude, when his waiting animation, like when you're not playing for a second, is doing squats. Like perfect squats. But he just sits there and does squats. He also just runs into things. I mean, the soldiers in Final Fantasy have to be a little bit smart, but they're also kind of brainwashed. Like, and I do think there was respects women. I mean, again, these are like Japanese games. There's different ideas around that. But, no one's saying they're not hot. They're just not hunky. There's a difference. Like, a himbo has to be hunky. Again, look at what we're going with here. Look at the beef on these dudes. Besides Zach. Zach's skinny, but that's, again, Japanese game. These are some beefy dudes. These just guys aren't beefy enough, Harwin Strong. Love of my life. I would say not dumb enough. I mean, again, commander of the not Night's Watch. Night's Watch? City Guard. Commander of the City Guard. I mean, maybe he would be in good. No, I don't think he's dumb enough. I think he's smart. I think he's smart. We don't get to see enough of him. So it's the brain size to shoulder width ratio. Yes, Sarah, that is accurate. It is. That's exactly what it is. Like your brain has to be super small if you're going to be like tiny like that. Yeah. And a lot of these guys like aren't quite stupid enough either. I'm going to say Hardman's not strong. He, of course he's strong enough. Not dumb enough. He's very hunky. He does respect women. I just don't think he's stupid. And finally, Emmett Cullen, as much as it sort of pains me. Okay. So, he was dumb enough to impregnate a princess with 3 bastards. I mean, is that dumb, or is Rhaenyra not drinking her birth control? Like, is that really like whose fault? That's a combined, like, that's not just him. That's like a combined effort of them both being a little stupid and just thinking with their dicks. Like, there is that. I think he respected and loved her so much that he just had to impregnate her. Maybe he has a breeding kink. I don't know. I just don't think he's dumb enough. Emmett, I am totally torn with Emmett between God tier and not for me. I think movie Emmett is not for me. I'm just not really attracted to his character, like to his actor. So I'm going to put him here just because that's what I'm using. But I think Emmett kind of is God tier. The man died from fighting a bear. Like, he's just so stupid. And he's super hunky, like, again, in book or whatever. And he does seem to respect women. But he's just, I don't think he's for me. Again, stuck as a perpetual teenager. So, again, that same vibe. But just know that I know that he technically fits really well. But that I just can't. You know, yes. You've been on 2 walks today, so I'm not really sure what you think you're doing. Yeah. That's the list. This is the definitive list. For me, obviously. Most guys don't make it because of not drinking the respect women juice, and I think they should consider that. I think they should think long and hard about those choices, you know? Because that is a choice that they're making. And I think that's stupid of them to do so. So, but yeah, so God tier, to wrap it up, is Kronk, and then George of the Jungle, Dionysus from Hades, Thor from the MCU, M'Baku from the MCU, and Zack from Crisis Core, who you could argue could be not hunky enough, but for that world is hunky. So I'm letting it pass. We have some good contenders here for eventually stepping up to God tier. I think who could grow into God tier. I don't think Gideon will. I think Gideon's actually getting too smart. I think Zagreus has really good potential. I think Vi does. The rest, I think, will probably stay right around here. Although, again, we said season 3, Steve was pretty good. So, yeah, that's my consensus. That's what I think. That's what I think, and that's what I've decided. So, any thoughts about that? What do you guys think? Anyone that you would have technically moved? Yeah, technically Emmett is 20, but yeah. You're so right about all of them. Thank you. I think that this was good to do. What I'm learning is that, sorry, my hair is crazy. Like I said, I'm growing it out, and it's gonna be like this for a while, guys. Steve really blossoms into his himbo nature. I love that for him. I can't wait to see it. I need to watch the show. Like, for sure. We need more himbos in all media. We need, like, there's, like, barely any in books. Like, I was actually looking up, I was like, himbos in fantasy books, and there was, like, nothing. It was awful. Like, made me so upset. Strong rankings, right? Yeah, like, very, very strong turnout for who we had on the list. I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing more in the future. You know? So, I've just agonized over all of them. I was thinking about this. This is something that because we talked about this a while ago on Twitch, and I was thinking about them for a while. So strong agree with all of them, and really highlights that we need more respect women Jews. We do. Like, the way that so many men fall short because they don't respect women enough. Yeah, give me more himbos and fantasy books. I could not even really name one, which is a damn shame. Hello? Tally, do you want to say hi to the people?
Come here. You want to say hi to the people? Come here. Come here.
Yeah, Uncle Girl. Oh my god. Okay. I think we need more romance authors crossing into fantasy. Yeah. That'd be fun. Then we would get more. She always looks put out. Hi.
You don't want to say hi to the people? You don't want to say hi?
Don't lick my mouth. It's the last thing I want. Which movie was it where the guy had Cindy say, he's so dumb? I don't remember. I mean, Hadrian from our area, but like also, he's like smart. They're like kind of smart, the our area guys. I think there might be some Stormlight people, but again, I just haven't read far enough.
So cute.
Look. So cute. Oh, so scary. Okay. We did it. We were talking about that for like years. Not years, like a year.
We did it. We ranked all the himbos.
So, yeah. This is what I'm planning on doing more here on YouTube, is more of these streams. So I have set up membership over here. So if you are a Twitch person, Twitch fan, Twitch subscriber, you can become a member over here for the same things. Get all the emotes, do all the stuff. But I'll talk about that more like as I make the switch. I'm going to finish up Cult of the Lamb hopefully next week or the week after over on Twitch, and then all my streams will be coming over here. And I'll be doing more sort of things like this here and there. This is not going to be super common because I can't just like think of topics like this all the time. Why are you sitting like this? And a lot of reading sprints and stuff, and some games. She is such a baby. She is such a baby. I also didn't watch Gilmore Girls. I know Luke though, but Luke is just a grump. He's less of a himbo and more of a grump, personally, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna take off, but this was fun. Thank you guys for joining. Love it so much, and look forward to more streams here, because this seems like a more fun space to do streams anyway. And then more of you can watch, which is the bestest. So, okay. Cool. I'm going to head out. I will see you guys later. Thank you for hanging out.